Friday morning, all that good jazz. My name is Sharita Bagby with I Am Goddess Live. Welcome to the Friday jam session. Y'all, let's do what we do. Let's go ahead and step into the goddess realm. You know, there is something about a Friday. I don't care what's going on. Even though it's Friday, it just it makes it all better. Go figure. And what's weird is Fridays are usually my ramp up days in terms of work. So guess who's the weirdo? This girl. Proud of it. So hey guys, we are back to our normal software. I tried something new yesterday and it was, let's just say it didn't go according to plan. I thought it was working, and by the time I got done with the video, Facebook was like, we have blocked this video. It is not allowed. So I had to go ahead and delete it because the last thing you want are Facebook violations, because then they won't let me go live. So anyway, we're back at it today. Do the normal thing. Let's social it up. So you know the deal. Anytime you hear or see the word social, stop in the name of love. Stop what you're doing, grab a glass of water, chug a lug, and then boop. Make sure you hit like when you're done. Let's social it up. I'm not gonna lie, I'm in the mood for coffee today, so that's why I'm forcing the water in, because I know if I'm in the mood for that, I really need that. Let's get started, guys. Thank you, God. Thank you to our goddesses, our guides, our fairies for all the amazing guidance and direction you give us day after day after day after day. Please continue to make the message clear and concise. Make it applicable so that anyone who hears this message knows how to apply it directly to their lives. And we ask also that anyone who hears this message be blessed by it abundantly. And all these many wonderful things we ask in unconditional love. Amen. All right, y'all, let's dive in. By the way, thank you, while we're getting ready, to all of you who have been requesting your goddess sessions or your goddess readings and your discovery sessions. I love meeting every last one of you. It's been awesome, and I really appreciate you taking the time. So feel free, check the description, depending on what platform you're on. It's somewhere on there. And make it happen, Captain. I will tell you, weekends tend to book up the fastest. Today is full, but I do believe I have 2 appointments open for Saturday and maybe 1 for Sunday. So take advantage, yo. Take advantage. Thank you, goddesses. What do you have? Oh my goodness. What I just heard is we are continually shifting. Okay, that I definitely feel. I don't know about y'all, but I definitely feel that. And the word that is coming through my mind the strongest this morning is release. Which explains that card. Thank you, goddesses. What, where, how do we continue to shift with all the abundance that you have for us? Thank you, goddesses. How do we shift? That's the better question. Into all the abundance you have for us. One more, I believe. One more. Ooh, thank you, goddesses. One more card. Got it. Very interesting. And let's grab our spirit animal. Make it happen. Thank you, spirit animals. Who are we working with today? Who got it? Okay, what was our specific question? Our specific question was, how are we to shift into the abundance you have for us? Okay, got it. How are we to shift? Let's dive in. So our first card You see why I said that? I was like, well, holy cow. Let's see if we can focus just a little bit clearer. Okay, Vesta, home. Your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. Your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. So, guys, we're going to take this card from a slightly different direction because our question in particular, or what our goddesses want to share with us in particular, is how we are to continue shifting into the abundance that the universe has for us. And so, normally, I would talk about this being, a very internal card and how you're improving and how your outside world is improving, which is absolutely true. Flip side of the coin, what I really want to talk about in particular today is getting in vibration with the knowing, with the expectation, with the understanding that you are already in the position, knowing that you are already in the position where you are improving, where your outside world, your home situation is improving. That you, as you become more in line with your highest good, as you align your vibration with that which you want to bring about in this world, that you are putting yourself more in a place of attracting the abundance to you. So what I mean by that is sometimes we get these cards and we're like, yes, the universe is telling me X, Y, and Z, and we're super excited about it. But then we go and we cast fear and doubt and what if all over it, right? We Kajabi all over this beautiful art. And it's like, what the heck? You just kind of you were counterproductive to your goals. Your goals are to align with your highest good, to walk your life purpose, right? So get into a place of knowing, even if you can't see it in your physical world. Just be in a place of knowing, right? Because you are raising your vibration to match that improved household situation, that improved life. And again, guys, when we see household situation, you can take that as your home, your address, your street address. Things are improving there. But as your household situation, I also take that more broadly as your life. Where you live, where your thoughts live, where your emotions live. Are they living in a place of darkness, or are they living in a place of abundance and light and love and joy and happiness and peace and freedom and leadership and trust, right? So I really, really want you to be aware of that, because again, this reading is all about shifting into the abundance that the universe has for us. The next card we have is Mary Magdalene, Unconditional Love. Mary Magdalene, Unconditional Love. Mary Magdalene says, love yourself, others, in every situation, no matter what the outward appearance may be. Love yourself, others, in every situation, no matter what the outward appearance may be. And I love that because that's essentially what we just talked about with Vesta. Getting into this place of unconditional love, or this place of unconditional happiness. Your love or your happiness is not conditional upon your outer circumstances. Like, I'll be happy once I get to this point. No, get to that happiness now. Get to that unconditional love now, because that's what brings about the change. That's what aligns your vibration with the abundance that is already out there for you in this world. Again, guys, there is no shortage of anything on this earth. No shortage of food, no shortage of water, no shortage of friends, no shortage of love, no shortage of wealth, no shortage of any type of money, right? So this is all about getting yourself into alignment with the abundance that the universe has for you. And the big thing we always talk about with Mary Magdalene is, what do we notice? Her empty receptacle, or her empty cup right at her heart chakra. Get into a place of receiving. And we've said this almost every day for the past week, because receiving is just as sacred as giving. We always talk about giving, 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 giving to the needy, giving away to the weak, standing up for, having compassionate for those who can't care for themselves. But you must also receive, because you can't give what you don't have, right? So take the time to receive the unconditional love from the universe, knowing that the universe loves you no matter what. And that is the love we pour forth into the world. And that is how we begin to raise our vibration up to that level of divinity, so that we can attract all the divine things that we want in our lives. Oh, I love this card. Pele, divine passion. Pele is the Hawaiian goddess. Divine passion. Be honest with yourself. What is it that your heart truly desires? What is your heart's true desire? Sometimes we have a hard time shifting into our abundance because we're still doing things that are contrary to what we actually really want, right? So sometimes we really just have to take a minute to be honest with ourselves. Like, wait a minute, I've been doing this my whole life, and yes, I enjoy it, and yes, this is how everybody knows me, but the truth of the matter is, my passion is really over there. My passion is really in a different direction. And once you begin to align with your passion, you begin to align with your heart's true desire, you begin to align with your life purpose, you bring further and further into the vibration of alignment with your highest good, with your abundance. One of the things I'll tell you guys is you'll find that even if they're tiny little baby steps, or they feel like tiny little baby steps, as you begin to move, shift, walk, think, feel, act, speak in your life purpose, from a place of your life purpose, no matter what it looks like on the outside, when you begin to love exactly where you're at, no matter what the outward appearance may be, when you know that, okay, I'm working this job over here, but I'm working this job as a means to get me towards my life purpose, right? We're no longer viewing this job over here as something holding me back from my life purpose. I have to be held back from my life purpose because this is the only way I can pay bills. No, we understand. I'm shifting. I'm moving into my life purpose. But now I recognize I'm grateful and I'm thankful for this job over here because it's giving me the foundation. It's giving me maybe the financial support, or for some people, maybe even the education or the experience to move further in their life purpose. So love your situation, love yourself, love people, no matter where they're at. Be honest with yourself. When you are truly honest about what your heart's true desire is, then you can begin to move and to shift into that space. Again, don't worry about what it looks like on the outside. Start to begin to think and see and feel yourself already here. Be honest with yourself. Even again, sometimes, guys, and I stress this because I know what it's like to be on a road where you've committed so much time and energy to this thought process, to this way of being, and then all of a sudden it's like, dagnabbit, I've been going left my whole life, but I really wanted to go right. It's okay. Be honest with yourself, because now you're moving out of a place of resistance. You're moving out of a place of acting and speaking and being contrary to your nature. When you start to align up with your true nature, then you start to align up with all the abundance that the universe has for you. You stop resisting your true self. Isis, past life. The situation involves your past life memories. So guys, when you see past life, I kind of take this from two ways. And really, I say this because it's all perspective, and one's perspective is one's reality. So for some people, your past life, this may be in relation to a previous incarnation, okay? For others, past life may be more so in reference to your childhood, or maybe who you were before you became who you are now, right? Like, we all were maybe different people in our younger adult years than we are in our more mature adult years, right? So what I'm saying, the reason why I'm saying this is to recognize that your life purpose, what it is that you're supposed to be doing, what it is that truly aligns with your heart, your heart's truest desires, what it is that puts you in a place where you're like, I don't care what it looks like. I absolutely love this. You know, think back to your past life memories, right? There's something that's been instilled with you that you've always felt a sense of. I've always been really good at X, Y, and Z. I've always felt really peaceful in this earth. I've always felt like I was doing the right thing, like I was on my right path when I was doing X, Y, and Z in the past. So what I would say to that also, having said all that, is someone may be sitting here thinking, you know, I'm still really trying to figure out what this life purpose is, or what this divine passion is, rather. And so what I would tell you to do, or what I would recommend to you to do, is to start thinking to the things that you've done in the past that really, really, really make you feel just freaking awesome, that make you feel peaceful, that make you feel loved, that make you feel like you love everything and everyone. Like, we've all been to some place, or we've been in a situation, or we had a meeting with someone, and when we got out of that meeting, there was nothing in the world that anyone could say to bring us down, right? Like, somebody could call you the meanest name in the world and you're like, it's okay, I still love you, because you were doing that one thing. Like, think back to that. Allow. And here's the key word, guys. Allow yourself to remember. Because sometimes we tell ourselves, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I'm stuck. I can't figure it out. And then we keep ourselves trapped in a place of not knowing. We keep ourselves trapped in a place of not being able to figure it out. So allow yourself to you know what? I know what this is, and I know that it's coming to me. I'm allowing myself to think back to my past, to remember all those times where I felt just totally at peace, where I felt at one, where I felt like I was moving in the right direction, where I felt like, man, wouldn't it be cool if I could do this every single day? And then, oh my God, bonus score. What if I could get paid to do it too and actually earn a living and support myself? All right, guys. And then finally, our spirit animal for the day. Our spirit animal is the coyote. Coyote says, learn from your mistakes. Learn from your mistakes. And the thing that I love about this card in particular is that, you know, the one thing that we asked our goddesses when we got started was, what is it that we need to do, or how do we go about shifting into a place of abundance? And that's a lot of that is learning from your mistakes. You know, here's the deal, guys. We hear this, we all know this phrase, but sometimes it's a little less obvious to make it applicable in our lives. But what is the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So here's the deal. If you've had a certain way of thinking or a certain way of feeling or a certain way of being, and it isn't leading you to your goal, or every time you do this, you know, because society says it's proper to tuck your shirt in and wear a tie, but every time you tuck your shirt in and wear a tie, you end up in this situation, you know, maybe you kind of start to notice, this isn't really for me. Maybe I keep going after this certain type of job or this certain type of relationship, and it keeps failing miserably. You know, because it's what's expected of me, or it's what's considered quote unquote normal, right? But remembering that at the end of the day, it doesn't necessarily jive with your true passion. So learn from that mistake. If it isn't working for you, try something different, right? Try something different, but more importantly, be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. And so many times, guys, we keep going into mistakes because, again, we're so focused on because success, let me put it like this, the parameters of success have been predetermined for us. You know, in society, success means that you wear these kind of clothes, or you work at this kind of job, you live in these types of neighborhoods, you know, your kids are in these type of after school programs or have these types of GPAs, you know, like we're always looking around at other people and we're looking at their physical outside, their appearances, and we're going, oh, they're successful. Oh, they're not so successful. And the thing of it is, guys, is what's successful for someone else might not be for you. It might fail miserably every time. Learn from your mistakes. Learn from your mistakes. And the second part to this is sometimes, guys, we live in a world where we're constantly on the go. You know, we're constantly moving. Really, quite frankly, you don't even have to think in this world. Like most people's politics, most people's religious views, their spirituality, what have you, are all like basically fed to them through media, through different institutions, through different environments, what have you, different channels. People don't even have to think for themselves. They don't even have to develop their own opinions. Think about how many people that you see, even in social media, where they're just, you know, unfortunately not critical thinkers. What they see, they take at face value. How many times do we see those ridiculous articles and you want to go, oh my gosh, but then there are a small amount of people who will actually click the article, an even smaller amount of people who will actually read it to completion to see at the bottom of the article that it was a what do they call it? A satire publication, right? So I say all that to say, be conscious. Learn from your mistakes. If if you are doing something again, okay, last time I did it from this exact point, from this exact mindset, with these same exact feelings. Okay, I see where I went wrong. I set myself up for failure from the beginning. Now I see that the universe is leading me back to my life purpose, and I want to try this again. But, now we're learning from our mistakes. Now I'm doing it from a place of abundance, from a place of unconditional love. I'm doing this knowing that in boldness, knowing that I'm walking in my life purpose, that I'm letting my light shine, right? So really, guys, paying attention, paying attention, learn from your mistakes. Love it, love it, love it. All right, I think that just about wraps us up. We're at about 21 minutes or so. So I think we are in a good position to start to wind down. It is Friday, so I sincerely hope that you're enjoying, that you're gearing up for a restful, relaxing weekend and all that good jazz. And for those of you who are gearing up for a busy weekend, that you are gearing up for a busy weekend full of love and excitement and abundance and prosperity and all that good jazz. So, y'all, let's social it up. One more time. Make it happen. Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug. Thank you so much for joining me today. And as always, you are always welcome to schedule your free goddess reading, to schedule a discovery session with moi. We'll make it happen. Look forward to seeing you soon. Have an awesome Friday. Take care. All that good jazz. Bye.